Ever notice how when a woman comes back after leaving, she has a whole story ready? She's had time to think, she's grown, she realizes what she lost, she wants another chance. But here's what most men don't realize. That story she's telling you, it's only half the truth. There are things she's thinking, things she knows that she'll never actually say out loud, things that would reveal too much, things that would shift the power dynamic in a way she's not willing to accept. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 4 things women are thinking when they come back, but will never openly admit. Not because they're trying to deceive you necessarily, but because saying these truths out loud would cost them too much. And once you understand what's really going on beneath the surface, you'll be able to make a clear-headed decision about whether taking her back is actually worth it. Some of what I'm about to share might make you angry. Some of it might make you feel vindicated. Either way, by the end, you'll see the full picture, not just the version she wants you to see. Before we get into it, let me ask you something. If you've ever had someone come back after leaving, comment "came back." If not, comment "stayed gone." I'm curious to see how common this actually is. And if you're finding value in this kind of content, hit that like button and subscribe. It helps more men find these conversations when they're navigating this exact situation. All right, let's get into what she's really thinking. Number 1, she realizes the grass wasn't greener. Here's the first thing she'll never openly admit. She realizes everyone else was worse. When she comes back, she'll talk about personal growth. She'll say she's had time to reflect. She'll tell you she appreciates you more now than she did before. But what she won't say is this. She went out there thinking she'd find someone better, and she didn't. Not even close. She dated, she explored her options, she met the guys who seemed exciting on paper, and one by one, they disappointed her. The spontaneous guy turned out to be unreliable and couldn't hold down a job. The charming guy was charming to every woman, not just her. The passionate guy had the emotional stability of a teenager. And slowly, through painful comparison, she realized something she didn't want to admit. You were better than all of them. According to research from the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology, people who leave relationships expecting to find superior alternatives often experience what's called buyer's remorse when they realize the market isn't what they thought it was. Translation? She thought she was trading up. She was actually trading down, and now she knows it. But she can't tell you that, because if she admits she came back because everyone else was worse, it makes her look shallow. It makes her look like she's settled. It makes her look like you're her backup plan. So instead, she frames it as growth, as maturity, as finally realizing your value. But the truth? She realized your value by seeing how much worse everyone else was. And here's the question you have to ask yourself. Do you want to be with someone who only appreciates you through comparison? Who only recognizes your worth after exhausting her other options? That's not love, that's convenience. And you deserve better than being someone's best available option. Number 2, she's been stalking your social media. Here's the second thing she won't tell you, and this one is almost guaranteed. She's been watching you closely. While she's been gone, she hasn't just moved on and forgotten about you. She's been checking your social media, looking at your posts, seeing who you're with, monitoring your life from a distance. And when she saw that you were doing fine, maybe even thriving without her, that's when the panic set in. She thought you'd be a mess. She thought you'd be posting sad quotes and looking miserable. She thought your life would fall apart without her in it. But it didn't. You kept going. You stayed active. You looked happy. And that scared her. Because as long as you seemed broken, she could tell herself she made the right choice. She could believe she was better off. She could feel secure in her decision. But the moment she saw you moving forward, the moment she realized you weren't sitting around waiting for her, everything shifted.
According to a study published in Cyberpsychology, Behavior, and Social Networking, over 70% of people who end relationships continue to monitor their ex-partner's social media activity, often for months or even years afterwards. And for women who left good men, seeing that man happy without them creates intense FOMO, fear of missing out. They start questioning their decision. They start wondering if they made a mistake, and that's when they reach out. But here's what she'll never admit. She's not coming back because she suddenly realized she loves you. She's coming back because she can't stand the idea of you being happy without her. It's ego, it's insecurity, it's the discomfort of realizing she's not as essential to your life as she thought she was. So, when she comes back talking about how much she's missed you, how much she's thought about you, how much she means to you, ask yourself this. Would she be saying any of this if your life had fallen apart? If you'd been posting sad, desperate content? If you'd been clearly struggling without her? Probably not. She's back because you moved on, not because she genuinely values you, and that's a distinction worth paying attention to. If this is making sense so far, drop a true in the comments. Number 3, she compares every man to you now, and they all fall short. Here's the third hidden truth, and this one's psychologically fascinating. When she comes back, she won't tell you this, but it's happening. She's been comparing every man to you, and none of them measure up. At first, when she left, she wasn't doing this. She was focused on what those other men had that you didn't, the excitement, the newness, the different energy. But over time, something shifted. She started noticing what they lacked, what you had that they didn't, and those comparisons started piling up. You remembered her birthday without needing a reminder. The new guy forgot. You asked about her day and actually listened. The new guy scrolled his phone while she talked. You were dependable when you said you'd do something. The new guy flaked constantly. Small things, everyday things, but they added up. And according to research from Northwestern University, people who leave long-term relationships often develop what's called phantom ex syndrome. They unconsciously use their previous ex as the benchmark for evaluating new partners. And if the ex was a good partner, the comparisons almost always favor them. In other words, you became the standard and no one else could meet it. But here's the critical part. She won't tell you this because admitting that she's comparing everyone to you gives you power. It reveals that you're the prize, not her. So instead, she'll frame it differently. She'll say things like, I just realized what I had with you was special, or no one understands me the way you do. And those things might be true, but they're incomplete truths. The full truth is this: she tried to replace you and couldn't, and now she's tired of being disappointed. But that's not the same as genuinely wanting you. That's just settling for what she now knows is the best she can get. And you have to decide, is that enough for you? Do you want to be with someone who chose you because everyone else was worse? Or do you want to be with someone who chooses you because they genuinely see your value, not through comparison, but on its own merit? There's a big difference, and you deserve the latter, not the former. Number 4, she's terrified you'll reject her. And now we get to the final hidden truth, the one that changes the entire power dynamic. When she comes back, she's scared, genuinely scared. She's terrified you'll say no, that you'll reject her the way she rejected you, that you'll make her feel the way she made you feel. And that fear, it's driving everything she's doing. That's why she's being extra sweet. That's why she's being vulnerable. That's why she's bringing up all the good memories and talking about how much she's changed. She's not just trying to win you back. She's trying to protect herself from the humiliation of being turned down. Because here's what she knows, even if she won't say it, the power has shifted. When she left, she had all the power. She was the one making the decision. She was in control. But now that she's coming back, you're the one in control. You're the one who gets to decide whether this happens or not. And that terrifies her. According to relationship expert Dr. Sue Johnson, when someone returns to a relationship they ended, they're often operating from a place of attachment anxiety, a fear of rejection that makes them overly accommodating and eager to please. In other words, she's not showing you the real her. She's showing you the version of herself she thinks you want to see. And that's a problem, because if you take her back based on this version, you're not getting the truth. You're getting a performance. Eventually, once she feels secure again, once she knows you're not going anywhere, the performance will end, and you'll be right back where you started, with the version of her that took you for granted. So, when she comes back, sweet and apologetic and promising change, ask yourself this: is she genuinely different, or is she just scared of being rejected? Because fear-based change doesn't last, it's temporary, and the moment that fear goes away, so does the effort. Real change comes from within. It's motivated not by fear or loss, it's motivated by genuine growth and self-awareness. And if she can't demonstrate that, if all she's offering is a story about growth and some sweet words, then she's not ready, and taking her back won't fix that. So let's bring this all together. When a woman comes back after leaving, there are 4 things she'll never openly admit. She realizes everyone else was worse than you. She's been stalking your social media and panicked when she saw you moving on. She's been comparing every man to you and they all fall short. And she's terrified you'll reject her the way she rejected you. But here's what you need to understand. Just because she's back doesn't mean she's changed. Just because she says she appreciates you now doesn't mean she genuinely does. And just because she's scared of losing you doesn't mean she's ready to value you the way you deserve. Words are easy. Promises are easy. Apologies are easy. What's hard is consistent action over time. What's hard is proving through behavior, not just words, that things will actually be different. And if she can't do that, if all she's offering is a story about growth and some sweet words, then you have every right to walk away. Because you're not a backup plan, you're not a safety net, you're not the guy she settles for when her other options don't work out. You're a good man, and you deserve someone who sees that without needing to lose you first. So if she comes back, here's my advice. Don't make a decision based on how you feel in the moment. Don't let nostalgia or loneliness cloud your judgment, and don't let her fear manipulate you into thinking this time will be different. Instead, watch what she does, not what she says. Watch how she treats you over weeks and months, not just in the initial "please take me back" phase. And if her actions don't match her words, if she slips back into old patterns, if she starts taking you for granted again, then you have your answer, and you walk away for good this time. Because you already gave her your best, and she didn't value it. You don't owe her a second chance. You don't owe her anything. What you owe yourself is the dignity of not accepting less than you deserve. And if that means staying single until you find someone who sees your value from day one, then that's exactly what you should do. Because good men are rare, and the right woman will know that the moment she meets you. She won't need to lose you to realize it. Have you ever taken someone back who came back? How did it turn out? Drop your experience in the comments. I'd genuinely like to hear how this played out for you. And if this video gave you clarity or perspective you needed, do me a favor, subscribe and hit that notification bell. There's more real talk coming, and I don't want you to miss it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for valuing yourself enough to ask these hard questions. And remember, you're not losing by walking away from someone who didn't appreciate you. You're winning. See you in the next one.